Going on, guys? So I mean, consistency, right? Consistency in terms of actions as well. So I wasn't necessarily uploading, the past couple of days, but I was doing actions. As you can see, I just got out of a run right quick. My bicep ain't showing, not particularly, but that's cool. I'm drenched in sweat. I'm feeling great. It was not a fasted run, but it was a nice morning run. Got some sunlight in, got some nice sweat in. I did interval training specifically, because I think biomechanics, your biomechanics, as you get faster and faster, it leans towards like an optimal shape, leans towards like an aesthetic shape. And I think that's simply just because of the way that physics works, it's almost like as you get better and better, you literally kind of feel yourself reaching, like as you kind of run. It's kind of weird. I notice this when I swim as well, especially in the ocean. If I like actively try and really reach for whatever it is that I'm looking at, like whether it be like the wave or like some point in the distance that I'm focusing on when I'm running, I genuinely feel like my body, like moving in a specific way, as if it's understanding that I need to close this distance as soon as possible, and really maximizing, or I guess decreasing that length or the time in which it takes for you to get to that distance. Like, you really learn to contract your muscles in a newfound way, especially your core, and especially like trying to understand how to exactly get your arm to be, for instance, as far as possible for you to almost like slingshot yourself forward. A lot of it is kind of core and understanding there's like a cadence to running, like as you're running, there's like a cadence to it. And I think with the intervals, it's really important because I use that interval specifically in order to I feel myself, like my body wants to run. It wants to expend this energy. It wants to get rid of some of this tightness in my core. And in order to do that, I really push it hard as I can, but I make sure to breathe through my nose the entire time. And what I noticed is that I'm able to really expend a lot of energy really quickly. That's that anaerobic, like the fast twitch muscle fibers really putting in work. And then, after around 10, 15 seconds, I start to realize my cardio and my breathing is starting to catch up. I'm starting to run out of breath. And at that exact point, that's when I slow back down to walking and I catch my breath. Because I want to be able to be sprinting while I'm using nasal breathing to maximize, the amount of nitric oxide that's going into my blood. I'm maximizing the vasodilation and maximizing also proper mechanics, as when I'm trying to breathe through my nose, I'm also trying to keep my head high and, gaze straight, locked in. So that's great. Another big thing, I've been waking up early. Feels great. Like waking up 6 a.m, getting sunlight as soon as possible, sleeping early. Although I did wake up a lot in the middle of the night to go to bed just because of water. So I definitely think that I need to decrease my water intake before bed a little bit. Other than that, fruit juice has been one of my extremely useful friends here, especially in getting rid of mucus and stuff. Along with a saline wash, I think mucus is really, really important to get rid of, especially when you run and you want to breathe through your nose. You can't have all that mucus and all your nasal passages blocked, just quick off the top of my head video. I want to keep the content short, quick, to the point, give you guys some quick value. That's pretty much it for now. So hope you guys have a blessed day. Peace.